I just loved it so much, you guys. So much. It's so good. In The Conjuring 2, Ed and Lorraine Warner asked if they could go to London to help with a case called the England Poltergeist, which is also being referred to as London's Amityville, when a mother of 4 feels like a malicious spirit is attached to her daughter. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to try my best to not overhype this movie, but The Conjuring 2 might just be one of the best horror sequels I've ever seen. And I know there's not a lot of weight to that statement because there's a ton of crappy horror sequels out there, but I loved this movie. Not only is The Conjuring 2 a phenomenal horror movie in providing absolutely terrifying moments, but it's a phenomenal movie. Just everything on this movie, from the direction to the acting to the scares to the storytelling, is all at A-level craftsmanship. Normally when you're watching these big studio horror movies, there's always something that's being sacrificed. You'll have a really cool idea and they'll really hone in on that idea, but by honing in on that idea, it sacrifices in the scare part of it. Or normally you have a really scary movie and the story is a bit weak. There's always something that's being sacrificed, but not in this movie. And what I also love is at the heart and soul, if you could say The Conjuring has a heart and soul, it's Ed and Lorraine Warren. And James Wan knows that. And it's so great to see his love and respect to not only the horror genre, but to these individuals and to what they believed in and how rooted in their faith they were. It was actually quite shockingly how much of a faith-based movie this actually was, and how much Ed and Lorraine Warren solely relied on their faith in God to help them get through these very horrific sequences. And look, we can talk all day about how freaking scary this movie is because it's definitely got some scary moments in this film, but the true star of this movie is its director, James Wan. There is a reason why people call him a master of horror, because he gets the horror genre. He knows how to scare an audience. He knows what works and what doesn't work, and he just amplifies that. But what James Wan is also is a master filmmaker. What he can do with a camera is beautiful. Don't go into The Conjuring 2 expecting it to change the horror genre forever. No. James Wan has definitely coined the phrase, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Because he takes the genre and the formula that comes with it and just amplifies that and finds a way to make it interesting and watchable again. The Enfield Poltergeist is one of the most documented cases in paranormal history. So many people know about this story, and James Wan adapted the crap out of it. I mean, this movie has so many little details in it, things that I didn't think we would actually get to see that we got to see, and it was really admiring to see that. This movie was actually a lot closer to the actual case files than I was expecting. Yes, they do take liberties, they change things, they amplify a magnitude of some of the sequences, but that's to be expected when you're dealing not only with a horror movie, but a horror sequel. Everything's got to be magnified. The Conjuring 2 is one of the best horror sequels I've ever seen, and honestly, if not one of its many terrifying moments doesn't at least raise your hair, you ain't human. As a score goes, I'm going to give The Conjuring 2 a 4.5 out of 5. So you guys, did you see The Conjuring 2? Did you love this movie? I hope I didn't overhype it for you. So let's talk about it in the comment section below. And until next time, I'm the Slasher Movieer, and you guys have just been slashed.